and today's video is dedicated to the understanding of one of the most powerful posts in SSC CGL. No, it is not inspector, not examiner, not preventive officer, or not any other assistant section officer or assistant. We are talking about the assistant enforcement officer. Now you may ask me, why is this the most powerful position? So you may have heard about a directorate, a department commonly known as or abbreviated as ED, that is the Enforcement Directorate. The AEO straight away works in the ED, and that is why the associated power levels increase drastically. So let's understand the complete profile of Assistant Enforcement Officer. As I told you, is a very prominent position and is a part of the Enforcement Directorate. The salary range, the basic pay from 44,900 to 1,42,200. That is for 1,42,400. That is the range, and there are other nitty-gritties involved here. The basic purpose, the basic profile of this job, the basic job description is that there will be not directly involving field investigations, but there will be desk or paper investigations based on financial fraud, money laundering most probably, and fraud involving monetary fraud, right? So that is what an AEO, an Assistant Enforcement Officer, takes care of. And this can lead to fair challenges. I would not say a lot, but fair challenges, fair danger levels in the job posting. Majorly, it's a desk job. Majorly, you will be focused you'll be doing a 9 to 5, 9 to 6 probably, and you'll be sitting at your desk and you'll be working accordingly as per requirement. There will also be supplementary clerical work associated. So you'll be also be noting and filing, etc. But your main job will be economic crime surveys. So you will be doing crime surveys across various departments, wherein you will be you'll be hunting for cases of money laundering and other trails of money travel. Wherever the money travels, there is digital footprints, there are other paper trails. So you have to cross check everything and verify everything, right? Yes, as I told you, there is limited danger here. Why is it limited danger? Because you may get involved with some influential people who actually commit these crimes, and to get on the bad side of it might be slightly risky, but it is manageable. So far, it is manageable. So you need to carefully handle this. If I talk about the salary breakdown, we have given you from X category and Y category cities. We have not given you the Z category, but accordingly you can create a variation in the DA and TA. In the HRA and TA, and you can get your answers approximately accordingly. These are also approximate salaries. I will not tell you to exactly go with them, because the amount of DA etc. has changed. Okay, it is constantly evolving, constantly changing. So this is dynamic data, but I'll just giving you a brief understanding that what range can you expect it to be in. So the basic pay will be the initial starting basic pay 44,900, and as and when you keep serving, this will also gradually keep increasing. Then there is a dearance allowance which is approximately 17,000 here, 70,000 there, same. Then there is a house rent allowance HRA which is 12,000 here roughly, and roughly 8,000 here. So these were the old slabs, 27%, 18%, 9% for Z category, but this keeps on changing. Of late in a lot of posts it is heard that it is 30, 20, 10. So accordingly there will be variations. Don't think that this is a rigid number. This is just a range for you to understand. The TA travel allowance is 3,600, 1,800, accordingly it changes. So roughly the gross salary is 86,000, 86 to 90 you can take up for X category. For Y category city you can take 80 to 85. Now what happens here is there are also deductions, of course. There will be medical deductions, CGHS and other things which will be deducted. Tax etc. will also be deducted. So finally you will be taking an in-hand salary of around about 77 to 80,000 rupees. But that is a rough number, but this is how you can assume the breakdown to be. Now, what about growth and promotions? This is a very unrealistic ideal situation, but I would not tell you that this is how you will grow. But ideally in any government department, especially in the group B category, growth comes up alternatively in every 6 to 8 years, roughly or approximately. And at some positions, once you have attained certain level of seniority, the growth gets delayed. So you will start growing more slowly than before. In the initial 1 or 2 posts can be covered easily, but later on they'll ask you to stay, get experience, spend a lot of time on that particular post. So accordingly, if I tell you, if you join at a decent age of let's say 27, 30, 31 approximately, in that case you can roughly reach up to the level of deputy director or max joint director. Okay, because see, you have, I'll take the upper hand only here. So 20 years upper limit here, 20 years, 10 and 10, and this is 12 years. So that is 32 years roughly. And in that time, your service will roughly be over. So majorly you will reach at maximum. Comfortably, you will reach deputy director position. Majorly at max, if you have joined on a very ideal age, you will be reaching joint director. In rare cases, if you have joined very earlier than your age, you know, in the very early stages, you've just cleared in the first attempt, you just gave it a very young age and you got selected. That case, we can expect you to go to additional director level, right? And also, sometimes cadre restructuring happenings, if something of that sort happens, or if there is an out of line promotion, then maybe this can go a bit, this can be fast tracked and you might reach that position. But that is the maximum. I don't expect anybody to go above additional director level. Okay, so that's how the growth and promotion functions. Syllabus, I think you are well aware that you will be sitting for the SSC CGL examination to get to this post, and you'll have to clear the same. The examination is conducted in 2 tiers, tier 1, tier 2. They are computer based examinations. Tier 1 is qualifying in nature, and both the examinations now focus on 4 subjects in varying combinations, right? So tier 1 gives equal importance to all the 4 subjects. So here this is a breakdown of the same. General intelligence in reasoning, we have general awareness, we have quantitative aptitude, and we have English, right? 25 questions from each section, 2 marks for each question. So that is 50, 50, 50, 50, 200 marks, 60 minutes. Now, if you look across any previous year question, you will realize that, okay, the level of SSC is quite okay, quite simple. It's very doable. Let's go. We can definitely ace this, get this job. But extremely talented individuals are also not able to clear the cutoff. Why? Because the level of the cutoff is raising every day. The bar is being raised every day. Why? Because SSC is playing with you in terms of time, not in terms of the difficulty level. So when you look at the paper at a glance, normally without any timer ticking on your head, you're very easy. You are like, okay, yeah, this is doable. I can easily manage, and you get overconfident sometimes. But the actual challenge is not the level, but the time. So you have to take care of that. You have to learn to solve everything within the said time limit, and also revise the examination, and also be able to score bonus points. Once you qualify the tier 1 stage, you will be sitting for the tier 2 stage, wherein in tier 2, again the same 4 subjects, but in varying weightage will be asked to you. So there are 2 sections here, section 1, section 2. Section 1, we have module 1, module 2, maths and reasoning, 30 questions each, 90 marks, so 3 marks for every correct question, and the duration will be 1 hour combined. Okay, so you'll be done with the math section, then you will start with the reasoning section. Then section 2, you have module 1 as English language and comprehension, which will give you 45 questions. So English becomes the most important component of tier 2, followed by maths and reasoning, and followed by GS. GS, GK remains the same, 25 questions there, 25 questions here. Just the marks per question change. So 45 questions, 135 marks, and GA section again 25 questions, 75 marks. Combined you get 1 hour again. So 1 hour for section 1, 1 hour for section 2. There is another section, the computer module here, which will be for 60 marks, that is 20 questions here, for 15 minutes separately. So after 2 sections are over, 2 hours are over, you'll get 15 additional minutes to solve this computer section, which is qualifying in nature. And then in this module 2 will be a data entry test. A simple paragraph will be allotted to you, and you'll have to type it, and an expected WPM speed needs to be qualified. It needs to be cleared. That will also be for 15 minutes. So everything, all these things will happen on the same day, right? There may be other examinations which you might have to give. So paper 2 is statistics, 100 questions, 200 marks, 2 hours. Paper 3 is general studies, finance and economics, 100 questions, 200 marks, right? You also give these examinations mostly for statistical officers, etc. So this was the detailed explanation, the detailed understanding of the SSC CGL examination as such, and also of the assistant enforcement officer, a proud officer of the enforcement directorate. Hopefully you got a good understanding as to what this post is all about, and this will clear your head up to what preference order will you give this, and whether this is your priority post or not. For more such content, you need to stay tuned to the Olive Board platform. Subscribe the channel, guys, hit the like button, and be with us for more informative content. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye, take care, namaskar, Jai Hind.